Well, this weekend you can taste your way through grilled food favorites while sampling summer wines and specialty beers. It's all part of Minnesota Monthly's 6th annual GrillFest. Your ticket includes samples of food and drinks from more than 100 vendors. The event also gives you the chance to test the hottest grills, gather recipes, and learn to barbecue like a pro. And joining me this morning is Stu, King of the Barbecue, and I know that you love the big green egg. You have been at this event before, so what can people expect?
Oh, they can expect a ton of stuff, Rachel. And what's awesome is this. We have the barbecue boot campers there. We have Mad Dog and Merrill there. We have over 60 big green eggs cooking, including the 2XL, which will have probably close to 100 to 200 pounds of meat on it. But literally, there's beer distributors, wine, everything. I tell everybody, what a great way to spend Mother's Day weekend at GrillFest.
Right, and a beautiful weekend. So what are you grilling today?
Well, today what we're going to do is we're going to do one of my all-time favorites, which is a tomahawk ribeye. So what we do is we take a nice, beautiful tomahawk, and what the tomahawk means is it still has the rib bone attached. So this is a beautiful ribeye. We seasoned it up. We used some of this big green egg Cosmic Cow seasoning. I put it on there. We just pat it in. This one I've already had going. I then set up my big green egg to go indirect, and as you can see this one here.
What does that mean, indirect?
Low and slow. Indirect means that we're not cooking with direct coals. That way what we're doing is we're getting the smoky flavor to it, but we're not cooking it. Then what I do is simply put it in my meat thermometer. You can see that I'm at about 95 to 96 degrees. So then I take this steak and we simply go over to here, and this one I have buried right now at 900 degrees. Oh. And I'm going to take this steak on here and I'm going to put it right down on there just like this.
Listen to that sizzle.
And listen to that sizzle and look at that smoke. We're going to close the lid and I'm going to let that thing go for approximately 90 seconds aside, turning it 90 degrees in 45 seconds. That'll give us the incredible sear marks. When we're done, we're left with that.
Oh, that looks delicious. So for when people go to GrillFest, I know we're all there to eat the food and drink, but they can get tips from you, right?
That's exactly right. That's why we're here. That's part of the big educational facet of GrillFest. You come down there, we have a ton of experts down there that can give you grilling tips, tricks. Even if you don't own a big green egg, it's a great place to come and learn a lot and, like I said, enjoy yourself.
Okay, for something like this, I know you said low and slow in the beginning. How long do you have to give yourself? Because I think sometimes people rush it when they're grilling.
Oh, that's exactly right. If you have the time, it's the best, but generally that steak would go on there for about 15 to 20 minutes at that 250 to 275. And like I said, I'm getting to an internal temperature of approximately that.
Okay.
And then look at this.
Oh, look, and you even just did it with your hands. All right, well, thank you so much. If you want to head out to GrillFest today or tomorrow, it's from 1 to 5 at CHS Field in St. Paul. Tickets are $55 at the door. And on this beautiful spring day, obviously you want to get outside and start grilling.
Especially if it starts to smell like it's smelling
Yes.
up here. We brought Stu, the Barbecue King, to our studio for a preview of GrillFest in St. Paul. Welcome back, Stu.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
You have your big green egg. What are we cooking up this segment on?
Yeah, what we're doing in this segment is one of my favorites. We did obviously the steak earlier, but we're going to do shrimp. And one of my favorite things to do is inject it. So what I simply do is take our big green egg, Vidalia onion, sriracha barbecue sauce. I put it in a separate container, this nice Minnesota Monthly glass, because I don't want to cross-contaminate. I take my injector, I draw up the marinade or the barbecue sauce in. Then I take nice, big, beautiful shrimp. These are 13 to 15 counts. I put it right in here and I just gently push in. And you see that, how that sauce is coming out of there?
It's like a shrimp donut.
Yes, it is. I then take it, put it on our big green egg bamboo skewers, which do an excellent job of holding this. Yep, got to get in a little pun. We put some of our Viva Caliente seasoning on both sides, which is absolutely phenomenal. And then I got them on my big green egg here, got it fired up, running about 400 to 500 degrees. I put them down on there. We're going to cook these about 2 to 3 minutes on each side. The key is this to cooking shrimp. You cook it till it goes from translucent to opaque. You don't need to kill it. It's not needed. You simply just get it done.
And what does the injected barbecue sauce do? Is it flavor? Is it moisture? Is it all of that?
The biggest thing is flavors, because if you think about it, anytime you put barbecue sauce on something, it's a topical thing. So when I'm finished here, I can put some extra barbecue sauce and brush it on there. However, You can also just use it like this, and it's flavored from the inside out. What we're doing is we're building a flavor profile to give you an egg-credible experience.
Okay, is there like a bet going on here that I missed out on, or what?
I think it was 4. We wanted to see if you could
I get a little extreme at times.
Okay, there's 5.
Sometimes when I'm grilling shrimp, it sticks.
Yep.
Do you need to spray down with Pam?
What I do is I just use a little bit of oil on it to start with. So if after you inject it, if you put a little bit of light coat of olive oil on it, that'll act as a release agent to let it come off.
Stu, can we go back to the steak here?
Sure.
The turf portion of Surf and Turf. I wondered, usually when I cook my steaks, I take them out of the fridge, let them sit at room temperature for 20 minutes to a half hour. Is there a preferred way to cook it? Should you cook it straight from the fridge? Should you do what I do?
This is the key. The reason why you put them out on the counter is twofold. One, as they start to warm up, what happens is the enzymes start to kick in, start breaking it down. In theory, you'll get a more tender steak. Number 2, and this is the real reason for doing it, is you'll create a more uniform profile. If your steak is at 70 degrees when it goes on the grill, it only has to go from 70 to 125 to get done. If you pull it right out of the fridge, it's going from 35 or 40 to 125, and so then you don't have that nice profile.
And obviously people can get a lot of these tips from you when they're at GrillFest, but it's more than just the food. There's also plenty of drinks and
oh my, it's everything.
wine.
I tell everybody it is a phenomenal time. If you come down to GrillFest, you can learn a ton. You may not own a Big Green Egg, but you can learn, and you're struggling and, hey, you know what, I'm burning this or doing that or whatever. There is so much knowledge down there. It's amazing. And so I tell everybody, come down. We got the barbecue boot campers there. We have Mad Dog and Merrill, the grilling buddies. It's absolutely a great time. Great way to spend Mother's Day weekend.
No kidding. Thanks, Stu.
Thank you.
Is this an acceptable way to just eat
Oh,
the
yeah, have one.
There you go.
You can
take the girl out of the suburbs, but you can't take the suburbs out of the girl. GrillFest today and tomorrow from 1 to 5 at CHS Field in St. Paul. Tickets are $55 at the door. Thanks again, Stu.
Thanks,
and
Stu.
please leave everything you cook. Please don't take it with you. Okay.
This one's mine. I've already taken a bite out of it.